How can I make this work if I don't like it once it's installed? I picked a scrap countertop slab to stay on budget, and now I'm about to find out if I messed up. These countertops are such a big part of this whole project, and there's a lot riding on the success of this house. It's all part of a bigger plan, and failure, it's not an option. I bought my first investment property, a 1930s cottage, to turn into a boutique Airbnb. It's not my first renovation project, but despite all the skills I've learned over the years, this project will still be a risk. I've got big dreams of buying another property, but all of that depends on the success of every decision that I make here. Things can't just look good. They have to be functional too. Every episode is about real decision making, design choices, problem solving, and figuring it out no matter what. They texted me and said they're on their way to install the countertops, so I'm headed that way. I hope that it contrasts the way that I thought it would with the countertops that are already around the kitchen sink, which are black. There's no going back now. The budget and time crunch that we're on just means that I'm going to have to make it work. If it doesn't look right, I don't have a choice. But I can confidently say that whatever I've done is going to look better than where we started. This is the existing black countertop. This only works if the contrast looks intentional. I think it's going to work. What do you think? I've left the cabinet fronts super simple for now, and I know I've got to add some character into this room, so I've been really searching high and low for some perfect wallpaper that will help tie in the history of this house. I drew inspiration not only from color palettes I saw in many 1930s homes I found online, but also from the pink and blue wallpaper we found in the old kitchen. I'm really excited about what I've chosen, but I cannot lie, I'm pretty anxious about this install. The margin for error is going to be pretty low. I want to work on the wallpaper, and I told you that I would record this, and I was really tempted to not because I have so much to do. But I decided that I would keep my word and film the installation of the wallpaper that I picked out. It is a William Morris wallpaper. I did order it online from a company called Jane Clayton, and it was an outlet item. So on the Jane Clayton website, they do have an outlet section, and this is not, I'm not trying to advertise for them because long story short, it took a lot longer than what they said it was going to take to ship my wallpaper. However, I did get it for like 75% off of retail, and I'm really happy.
This is boring.
It's a Morris & Co. pattern called Bramble, and it has kind of a pale blue. You can see it here. It's got a little bit of yellow, some tan and red, and it really looks nice with this Farrow ball color. And I think it's going to give a lot of character to the kitchen area. I turned the power off so I don't electrocute myself. That's ready. Take it over. Check my measurement is still the same. I've never actually hung wallpaper with a pattern before. So I've made a mistake already. Right off the bat, I messed up, and you're gonna see that I never really can recover from this mistake, but I did one thing right. I did number the strips. I cut them ahead of time, and I knew it had a repeating pattern, so I numbered them in sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it did help me to kind of start over. Even though you'll see in a moment I had to pivot and change plans, but numbering them to start with really helped me move forward. Even though things end up not being how I quite planned, numbering them was the one thing I did do correctly. I feel fairly confident. I'm just concerned about my skills being a little bit inadequate whenever I get to some places where the room is at a square.
Gently cutting through.
I guess I'm gonna roll this back up and do one more thing. One of the videos I watched yesterday, there was a guy, he like rubbed the wall with sandpaper, and I thought that he was sanding the wall, but the instructions on the wallpaper say sealed walls, i.e. painted, should be rubbed down with sandpaper to create a key. So apparently that helps with sticking. This wallpaper's gonna get tired of me. This is the adhesive that I got. I did buy this from Lowe's. Hope for the best. I'm only gonna paste this one. I think I'll get faster, but one side. Alright. I'm freaking out, guys. That was a fail. I wasn't ready. I think I let it sit too long, it got too soft. And then I just creased it with my thing. So frustrating. It was a leaf. I'm gonna go paste this outside and I'll be back.
could take you back to my youth, show you what I wish I knew. My will is strong with a place to lean. In a moment I hung desperately. The other ring on my wrist is gold, pairing with the light it holds. When I return from my schedule.
Yeah, I electrocuted myself a minute ago.
That's great.
I got a piece up though.
It looks good.
Is it?
Do you like it?
Yeah. That's like not for the faint of heart, and it's very nerve-wracking. It stresses me out bad. You got this. I finished a second piece and I'm gonna stop for the night. I do have this large stoneware platter that I want to hang on the wall over the oven, so I'm just gluing the discs on there, so that'll be ready to hang. If I get it here in the morning and start hanging this wallpaper, then maybe I can get everything wrapped up in here tomorrow, maybe. Pretty close to it. I'll see you guys in the morning to finish up the wallpaper. Good night. I don't want a side quest, but the refrigerator's here. You can see it sitting in the corner, roughly where it's going to end up being, and I couldn't just ignore the fact that it's there. So I've had so many people ask me about this refrigerator, and I absolutely love it. We'll get to those refrigerator plans probably in next week's video, because it's not just going to be over there floating by itself. But I have not filmed today, but reality check, we're having to do some troubleshooting. There's just some places where the wallpaper didn't line up well, and I didn't buy enough extra to account for some mistakes I made yesterday, which I don't know if it's a rookie mistake. I think it's more just the fact that I'm trying to budget. I'm sorry, that light is really distracting, but yeah, just reality. I'm really happy with how it looks. We got the shelf hung and we're gonna make it work, so I'm gonna paint our new beadboard backsplash that we're making, which was always kind of like an option, but now it's a necessity. We do have beadboard in the kitchen and the pantry at our house, but this is going to be a little bit different. I'm not trying to be a one-hit wonder. I do like beadboard, but this became a necessity because I messed up the wallpaper. I no longer have enough to go all the way from the countertop to the ceiling, and hopefully I can make this look good. It was 20 degrees, I think 21 is what it was supposed to have been this morning. It is cold outside. I love this battery-powered nailer. I had a pneumatic one for years, and nothing gets on my nerves more than having an air compressor kick on and off while you're trying to work on stuff. The battery one is hands down way better, and I rarely have to charge it. There's a few things that I will never skip, and one of those is caulking. If you want something to look professional, I figured out you have to fill those gaps and holes and cracks because when you paint it, it's going to look so much better. We didn't have our longer nails with us yesterday, so I brought some and added some longer brad nails. If you saw me re-nailing this, and then I just went through and lightly caulked all those nail holes. I'm gonna let them dry for a minute, and then I'll come back and finish painting this. I'll let the paint dry, and then I'm going to finish hanging the wallpaper above this backsplash, and then can hang this brass rod over the oven. And I think with just a very few exceptions, the kitchen will almost be completely done today. Must have been love. Gonna let that dry and put the wallpaper up. What's measured? So I love the scale of this and the pattern of this wallpaper, but the repeat is not very frequent. It is almost mural-esque. So it has made it pretty difficult. But it's pretty! I was very, very thankful to be past that corner because that was a very close call and I really could have ruined that corner piece of wallpaper. I don't know how to say this, I'm rambling. But, anyways, I was using a blade without a knife. Don't do that. The back of the blade cut my thumb wide open while I was trying to finish that corner. And I mean, I had it up like I was done with it. I had been working on it for like 30 minutes when I cut my finger and I panicked. I thought, if I get blood all over this and it is ruined, I'm going to cry right here. But thankfully, I just one-handed kind of got to a stopping point. That was a close call. I nearly ruined that piece of wallpaper.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I follow the golden, golden, golden things. Gold birds, gold string, gold words, gold anything, golden. I follow only golden, 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 golden things, golden. I follow only golden.
I just cannot explain how much I love that wallpaper though. But it was so hard to do. I really love the yellow in here. So there's really two rooms that make up the kitchen area, and in order to maximize space, I decided to move the refrigerator and a kind of drink station into the adjacent room. I'm just calling all of this a kitchen, so it's kind of like an L shape at this point. And now that this room looks so good, it's making the other side look so sad. I have a whole section of cabinets I'm gonna have to assemble to go around the refrigerator. I'm still gonna have to figure out how to add character to this room, and I'm gonna have to do it quickly because I'm gonna have to get to work in the bathroom. And to top it all off, we're having sewage issues. We haven't even started on the bathroom yet, and we found out we have sewage backing up underneath the house. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet, but we'll have to figure it out somehow.